Good morning, folks. It's Bob here at Serenity Hill. Getting ready to go outside and do some work. Just thought I'd show you the sun shining nice and bright. See how those bottles light up. I also did some work yesterday. I posted a little short. I did some work yesterday. What I did is, you can see right over there, I got a wall plate on because what I've done is it was so hot to work outside yesterday afternoon. So I did some stuff inside. I got some wiring done here. I've got a switch here. You can't see it right now because the sun is so bright in here, but I've actually got a wall switch here that I can turn on and turn on the LED lights inside my bottle logs. And I finally got my chandelier wired to the light switch. I had to buy a box to go up above. Now, you can see that box there. I've got the wire that comes from the switch. You can see the white wire, and then the black wire that comes from a chandelier up. And you notice that gray electrical box. Now, a lot of times what people will do when they're doing stuff at home and doing it on their own is they'll just wire nut the wires together and have them up there in the insulation space or whatever. That is a very definite code violation, and it can be a real problem because you don't want wires just wire nutted together exposed up there, because if a wire nut comes loose, you've got exposed wiring. You could get a short, you could catch things on fire. That's a real fire hazard. So you put it inside a box. That way it's safe and contained, and it's to code. You never have, you always, if you have a junction in your wires, you always put it in a box, because that's code. And you might say, well, I'm in an area where we don't have codes, they don't have inspections, I don't have to deal with all that. But it's interesting. I was talking to a guy the other day. He has a home renovation business. He's a licensed plumber and has a renovation and excavation business. And he was telling me that there's a local restaurant that had a fire, and they've never rebuilt. The building's for sale. And the reason why she didn't rebuild and open back up is her insurance company only gave her about 25% on the claim. And the reason why they did only 25% on the claim is because she did not have a licensed electrician do the wiring. She had a local handyman do it. He's not licensed. And evidently they found some issues with wiring that wasn't right, and said, okay, you had improper wiring, and that contributed to the fire. And because of your improper wiring, we're not gonna pay the full coverage on it. And the guy was also telling me that he's heard of several incidences where people had a home burned down, and the fire marshal, fire inspector, whatever, determined that the cause of the problem was because they had some faulty wiring, because the house was done either DIY or a handyman. It wasn't done properly, wasn't done to code. And so they say, hey, you had a wiring fault, you caused the problem, we're not going to cover it, because these insurance companies are doing everything they can to get out of covering. So do things by code if you're going to do it yourself, or have someone licensed do it, not just your local handyman who may not know any more about it than you. Well, I'm getting ready to head outside. Hello, Leo. Maggie, you coming out? She poked up her ears a little bit. Maggie likes to lounge around in the mornings. I can kind of relate to that. So anyways, I just walk around a little bit. Man, it's bright out. We've had storms the last 2 nights that have really, man, they've been some pretty crazy storms. It's been so hot during the day, and there's so much humidity that we've ended up with these nighttime and early morning storms. And I see I've got something that's been I got my pepper plants here, and I got something that's been attacking them, taking some leaves off, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I got lots of small little peppers. I don't know if you can see that or not. Little peppers growing up. And I got a tomato plant here. I've got some small tomatoes. These are Better Boy hybrids, and other stuff is going pretty well. It's all in containers right now because I don't have my in-ground space finished. But I got zucchini and yellow squash and green beans and some peas and okra, tomatoes, not okra, artichokes, tomatoes, stuff like that. And then out here I've got my little experiment. Oh, mercy. Boy, it's soft out here. That's part of why I'm not out. I really should go out and cut some more logs cut some more boards out of a log I got down at this guy's place. But the ground is so soft, I can't get my truck anywhere close, and it's quite the trek to get the boards from the log into the truck, and so I'll just wait till it dries out a little. Maybe it will. And I got my bags here, potting soil that I planted some stuff in just a few days ago, and I put 3 basil seeds in each one, and out of the 3 basil seeds that I've put so far, half of them have already sprouted. So I'll have salad mix and basil in that. I've been going out and picking blackberries every other day, and I'm due to go pick again tomorrow. And let me show you what I got. This is right by the house, and I've been picking every other day for over a week now. And look what I got here. I've still got so many red berries that haven't even started to turn yet. That's up by the house. And I got some others that have been picked out, and not much left to them. So I figure I probably got about a week of picking blackberries. And then over here by my rock pile, where I've been collecting rocks to eventually turn this burn pile into consolidate it all up and turn that into a water feature. I got my brown-eyed Susans here. These come back in various places every year. And then I got my little perennial bed, and some of my bulbs are coming up, and some of them have not come up yet. And I had to run to Menards yesterday, and they had a sale on some stuff, and so I bought a zinnia. It was in a pot. It had 3 separate plants in it, so I broke that up, and I put those in 3 different places. So I got zinnias, and they had this little, instant garden mix that had some kind of vining plant and geraniums in it, and one kind of, I don't know if it's a grass or what. It's behind the zinnia there. You can see it. I have no idea what it is, but it was like $3. So I planted those. Gets me a little color, a little something going in there while I wait for these bulbs to come up. Oh, got a couple begonias too that I put up. Rex begonias, the purple ones that I put up. Again, it was all on sale, so provide a little bit of greenery. It's annual stuff. It's late in the season. Stuff's on sale, but I figured, why not? So things growing. Boy, I tell you, I won't have to worry about it drying up. I haven't had to water for several days. Even my container bags here, we've been getting enough rain. I haven't had to water. So, and it's funny because the last 2 years we were in drought, and in the Mississippi River, which is, 75, 80 miles away, it was so low that in places it might be 50 to 100 feet from the shore before you got to a navigable channel, and the river traffic was at a standstill in places and really hampered, and there were places where people were walking way out and going out to the river, and just really, really dry. And this year they've got flood warnings on the river, so quite a difference. And I'm also, what I'm doing today, I'm walking around in my flip-flops and shorts. But what I'm doing today is I'm in the process of getting my workshop set back up out here. I got a workbench. It's all cluttered, but I've got storage cabinets, some shelves. I got shelves behind me. I've got another of these cabinets that I'm going to be bringing out here, but I'm basically taking getting stuff out of here and getting my office or my study set up, and bring stuff over here and get cleared out, and so I can set up my workshop so I can get back into the business of making cabinet doors, get my cabinet doors done, and make some more drawers so I can get my cabinets finished up. So I'm just setting up. I got my miter saw there, got my table saw there close to the garage door, and I got to run some more wiring in here to put some additional electrical outlets, and move this light to where it's over my bench. Either that or get some more light. I probably just get some more lighting, that because that one's in a good place over my miter saw. So getting this set up, it's kind of nice to have this. I feel like I'm living in the lap of luxury, I guess. Have a dedicated workshop. So that's the stuff I'm working on, and I was hoping to get out and cut down some more cedars this week, but that hasn't worked out. So I'll be going next week. We'll see what that Hurricane Beryl does, how much that affects us. But I'll be going out next week and cutting some more cedar trees down, peeling bark, so that I can get back in the cordwood business and get those remaining 2 1/3 wall sections that I have to do, get those finished up. So I'll have all my cordwood walls done. Check that off. I'll also be, in the coming month, I'll be putting up some more lights. In the coming weeks, I got some more lights to put up. That'll be one of those hot afternoon jobs. Although I will tell you that with me not having the insulation up in the house yet, any kind of work I do up near the ceiling, boy, you can feel the heat. So I'm looking forward to probably towards the middle of the month, I'll be going and buying some insulation to start putting insulation in my ceiling, and that'll help a lot, make it a lot more comfortable in there. It's not bad, but on these 95, 98 degree days, the air conditioner runs nonstop, which is not cheap, and have to run a fan to keep it kind of comfortable in there. So look forward to getting that insulation done. My original plan was to get that all done before we moved in, but time and finances dictated differently, and we were really needing to get out of that RV. We had we're catching a little flack for that, because by the deed covenants, we're not in a homeowners association, but the guy who developed the property, that subdivided the property and developed the area, did put in some deed restrictions, and one of those that you could live in an RV or a temporary structure for up to a year while building a house. And we were close to 4 years before we got moved into the house. So we were way past that, bumping that. There were some people out here weren't very happy about it, but I was doing the cordwood construction. It took quite a bit longer than I had anticipated. I've never built with cordwood before, but it's especially if you're working by yourself, it takes a long time to do. Very labor intensive. That's why any cordwood home that you see is going to be a DIY cordwood home, because with all the labor that's involved in cutting the trees, peeling the bark, and mixing the mortar, putting in the insulation, laying the cordwood. I mean, it's very, very labor intensive. And if you're working by yourself, it's really time consuming. If I had 1 or 2 people helping me, I could probably get 3-4 times as much cordwood put in a day as I can when I'm having to mix the mortar myself, put the insulation in myself, do the tuck pointing myself. So it took a lot longer than I was anticipating, but it's been worth it because we have a really beautiful home and we really enjoy living in it. So that being said, I'm getting back to work on getting my workshop set up, getting some of this stuff unpacked, and getting to where I can access my shelves. One of the things that I'm going to be doing in here is I've got 1/2-inch OSB on the walls in the house that I'm have to put cordwood in. So what I'll do is I'll put some insulation. These walls are 16-inch on center, so I'll put some insulation in here and slap that OSB up over it. So I will be over time insulating this building because I've got an air conditioner that I'm going to be putting in here. The one you see there that's in the window of the RV, I'll be eventually taking that out and putting in here, and it's got heat in it, so I'll have a heated and air conditioned shop. Boy, isn't that fancy. So, all right, thanks for stopping by. Just wanted to check in with you, let you see what we've got going on, and I'm going to get busy unpacking boxes, filling it up in shelves, and getting this area to where I can use it and start making some stuff again. Again, this is Bob at Serenity Hill, thanking you for stopping by. Don't be afraid to get out there and do something. Do some research, find out about it first. All right, thanks for stopping by, and we will talk with you on the next one. Bye now.